Hey everyone, welcome to build day 7. We're going to start out with a little bit of an unexpected surprise. I stepped outside this morning and there was a very large box sitting on my front porch that I thought was maybe someone's washing machine that had been delivered to the wrong address, only to realize that it said Sparkle on the side, and then I knew that our seat had actually come earlier than expected. So before we actually start any welding today, I wanted to take a minute to go ahead and unwrap this, get the mounts out of the box as well, kind of assemble it, put it in the car, and kind of see how everything fits and kind of give me an idea of where the pedal box and steering is going to line up. Now, this seat in particular actually isn't meant for racing or putting in your road car. It's a sim racing seat. It just so happens to be more reclined than what you would find normally in your car, and for our application we needed something that was more reclined, and this was sort of one of the only options that we really could work with. And you can really see that when I put it in the car here, how much more reclined it is, but it gives you a pretty good amount of room all the way around, enough room for a pedal box in the front, enough room above the head to not have to worry about anything. And I just sort of sat there and tried to visualize some of the other things that we have left to do. But on to the main focus of today's build day, we're going to be finishing welding. I know y'all are probably sick and tired of seeing this chassis being flipped around a couple times and just welds being put in different places. But if you remember from last time, we finished putting together the complete cockpit. However, we didn't finish putting full beads on the driver's right-hand side. So that's the main areas that we'll be working on, but you can see that there are plenty of little pink stickers all throughout the chassis. Prior to this build day, sort of did a bit of a inspection, looking at all the beads, all the joints, all around the chassis, and just kind of flagged anything that might be of any concern or of anywhere that we had pending work to do. Just a good way of keeping track of everything. Like usual, I'm going to let him continue to do his thing and just let the music play for a little bit. The last thing we had to do was the steering rack mounting tabs. So I'll run a quick beat on those, and then that's all the welding we have for now. Now there's certainly more tabs to eventually be welded to this frame, either for the engine mounts, the body mounts, just numerous other items, I'm sure. But a lot of that stuff can wait until we're further along with some of those items, such as the body, where we can actually have the engine in hand, and we can kind of group those together at a later point in time. For now, we really want to move forward and get this thing presentable for Texas here in 3 weeks. So we're actually next week going to sand, prime, and paint the frame before we then assemble the front and rear suspension and get this thing on a trailer and get it out there. So certainly not the end of Tillman helping us out, but we'll give him a little bit of a break for a little bit. But I'm really happy with what we've done so far, and now that everything that we currently have on the car is completely welded, it's a great feeling, and I'm ready to move forward. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.